Students, parents, coaches, counselors, anyone that supports students, parents, counselors, and coaches. My name is Julian Jenkins. I'm the Senior Director of Regional Recruiting for your tip of the day today about camps, combines, showcases. Man, how do you know as a student and a parent which camps, combines, showcase, tournament events to go to? How do you prepare for going to those events? How do you build relationship with college coaches at these events? I have and get more questions than I have answers. But as I go to different high schools and go to different meetings between students and their families, counselors and coaches throughout the country, it's the number one question I get is how do I get to the right camps that can get me the right exposure and the right opportunities? And just have a couple of tips here today, guys. The number one thing in considering what camps to go to is to do your research, right? And the number one person you need to do research on is your son or your daughter. Look in the mirror, right? And really think about, why am I going to this camp, right? Why am I going to this event? Pre-COVID, even, during COVID, like what is my purpose of going to this event, right? Is it to build skills, right? Going to a local camp, local college event to build skills and learn how to get better? Is it to get exposure, to play my sport right in front of college coaches and have them evaluate me? And is it to find potential relationships that do build into scholarship opportunities? So do your research, right? What are some of the top schools in your area? What are the top camp providers that come to your area? We at NCSA work with the top camp, combine, showcase event providers in the country. And we want to make sure that you guys are able to do your research using the NCSA platform and find out which among our partners are the ones to support, to build skills, to get exposure. From a personal standpoint, I got a lot out of going to camps, right? As an underclassman, I learned I had a lot of work to do, right? There were guys bigger, faster, stronger, than I was. As I got to become an upperclassman, I learned strategically of which camps to go to. Do I go to a combine as a football player to get my 40-yard dash time, my vertical jump? Do I go to a college camp to build a one-on-one relationship with the college coach where he can see my work ethic and watch me work my butt off? The second thing is be prepared, right? There is something about getting exposure that is unique, right? It means your kid is kind of being picked out of the hat of the other players that are out there that want to play college sports, okay? But as much as you want to get exposure from going to these camps, you can get exposed. Get exposure, don't get exposed, okay? So if you're working on a skill set that by the time you show up at that camp and combine, you're going to look good and you know the drills that you're supposed to be doing, you're going to look good to these college coaches. At least he or she has the fundamentals to compete. But if you don't work on the fundamentals and you're just showing up at the camp raw with not much training, you're going to get exposed, right? The fact that you don't have good fundamentals, the fact that you aren't prepared to go to this camp. And the other thing about being prepared is having an online presence. When you go to these different camps, you're going to see a college coach with an iPad or their iPhone out or Android, and they already have a list of kids that they are thinking about and planning to evaluate. They've got their height, weight, academic information. They've got a whole report on the different kids that they are planning to recruit. Make sure your son or daughter shows up on those coaches' list. So if you're planning to go to a camp, make sure that coach has your online profile that they can view information that's important to recruiting prior to you getting to that camp. The last thing, use it to build relationships, right? Your son or daughter might go to this camp and they say, they may look at him and say, you know what, he needs more help, or he needs more training, or she needs more development. But you at least get an honest assessment of where your kid is and what they need to be working on. It's allowing you an opportunity to build a relationship. So think about it. You come back that next year, right? And your son as a junior is even better than he was as a sophomore. You come back that next year, your son or daughter is even better as a senior as they were as a junior and a sophomore. And you're building a relationship and building expectation that by the time a college coach gets their hands on your kid, they can make him or her even better than they were at the high school level. Good luck in being able to choose what camps and opportunities are a good fit for you. We at NCSA partner with the best camp providers and opportunity providers for youth sports in the country. So go to NCSA Sports and at NCSA Events to find out more of how we can help you. Have a good day.